I'm very excited today to have as my very special guest, Aaron Bradley. Aaron, what's up?
What's up, Bill Deweese? How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. It's so good to talk to you. You're out in Los Angeles.
Happy New Year. Yeah, out here
It-
in LA and we're doing all kinds of cool stuff, man. It's New
are
Year's.
you enjoying sunshine? Hopefully, palm trees, warm weather.
Not warm, but warmer than where
Warmer.
you're.
Well, as I say, I'm looking as I look out my studio window. We have a coating of ice with a coating of snow on top of that. I mean, it's pretty nasty out here. I could use a vacation in Southern California right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron and I recently just connected. It wasn't all that long ago, and I'm totally fascinated by what you do, Aaron, because you're an affiliate TV
Yeah.
voice. Now, for the first, let's back up a little bit and just to introduce you, because I mean, you do more than just that, but I know that's kind of your main thing. But as a voiceover talent, what kind of work are you doing?
Yeah. So, I mean, as a voice talent, I think a good voice talent has to do a little bit of everything to really, stay where you want to be and get your income levels
Sure.
where it needs, but a TV affiliate is the largest area I think that anybody can really get involved with because there's just so many possibilities that are untouched. And that's what we're going to go into. But as far as I do 8 stations and do them on a daily basis, and it's consistent work, consistent income. So that's always been really my draw to it. And I come from a TV news background, so it was sort of you fall into place. But
We've got a lot to unwrap here. Okay, let me back up a little bit. First of all, I think I've been hearing you. I didn't even realize it. You're on the Fox affiliate in the Chicago market.
yeah, I do some work there, and I understand you're moving to Cincinnati.
Going
So
right. And so, as a matter of fact, I just signed up for YouTube TV, and I put that market in, so I get there. And I was scanning last night, and I haven't heard you yet, but I know I will.
local 12, yep, local
Local
12,
12, yeah. Now, CBS, is that CBS affiliate?
yep,
Okay, good.
CBS local 12, yep.
Now, so before we dive into that, which is really the main topic for today, tell me a little bit more about other. I know you've been on Discovery Channel. You've done hundreds of commercials. Tell me a little more about the kind of stuff you've done.
Yeah, so generally, I've done promos with the History Channel. I've done stuff with Discovery. I've done stuff with the Learning Channel, but primarily in TV affiliate, I've done work for small stations all the way up to the large stations. So you can start small, you can work your way up. But the interest for me in TV affiliate was I worked in television news. I was actually a television news and weatherman in various markets all throughout the country, made it up to top markets like Miami and in
Very
South.
cool.
Yeah, so I got into it working on the other side of television affiliates, which is basically you're on air at a TV station, and I think from that, my interest peaked because they would introduce me as the local news guy and the local weatherman, and I heard that voice, and at the time I was doing voiceover work and building my voiceover business while I was working in television news, and you start to hear and you start to say, well, I wonder who that voice is that we hear introducing us.
Right.
And that's what initially piqued my interest in it. And you start to do your research and you hear of this niche area that basically is sort of untouched and nobody's really working in it in large quantities. And I started to dig into it and got into sort of the logistics of how you can start getting into this on your own. And word was out there that I was doing this, and people were emailing me on a weekly basis. I was getting emails on a weekly basis. How do you get into TV affiliate work? And I had done quite a bit on my own. I have an agent that I work with now, but I had done quite a bit of my own, and I was just responding to every single email and answering everybody with trying to sort of do my part to get back to everybody and
Sure.
not ignore any email that came in.
Yeah.
And after a while, it became sort of the same thing that I was repeating over and over. Here's sort of the overall way you can get into this, and there's a whole step process. There's different steps that people can take to get into it on their own, and then when they go to an agent, they actually have something to show the agent.
Now, I'm fascinated by this because it's something that I've known of it. I mean, I know these people exist, and I've always thought it's fascinating, but like so many other people, had no clue. And I've had a lot of people ask me as a voiceover coach about it, and I have to be honest and say I don't know, and
Sure.
didn't know you personally. at
That's right.
that point in time. So I'm just completely fascinated. So in terms of somebody who wants to, and you can obviously you can do this as a living. I mean, that's what you do. Are there a lot of stations out there? I got to think there. I mean, I've never stopped to count markets and stations. There's got to be more than a handful.
Oh yeah, yeah. So and it's interesting. There's about 211 television markets in the United States, and radio is always Arbitron, TV is Nielsen, and the
Right.
Nielsen sort of measures the markets based on market size. New York is the largest, and then we have some smaller markets in Montana and things of that nature. But every television network has a station in every one of those affiliate markets. So you've got the big three: NBC, CBS, and ABC, and then mostly now we have a Fox affiliate in a lot of the markets. So minimum, you've got four stations in 211 markets. If you take a bigger market, even New York or Philly or any of the bigger markets, I mean, you're talking 30 stations in one market. So when you do the math, if you were just to take four times 211, I mean, you're talking a large amount of stations,
I was gonna say
and
I'm terrible at math, and I can even tell you that's a lot.
that's a lot of
That's
stations.
a.
It's
I
you
had
know,
no.
yeah.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. I mean, I knew there were a lot of stations, but I never really thought to break it down. That's amazing. So there is opportunity, quite a bit of opportunity.
There's a lot of opportunity, and it's all about supply and demand, and as you and I, sort of alluded to, there's not a lot of people doing this. There's not a lot of
Right.
people that are actually understanding TV affiliate work and doing it on a regular basis. And I think once you understand sort of the steps, the logistics, and how a television station works, what's booking within a TV station, what they're listening for, how to start getting everything together, getting your demo together. How do you target the stations? Is there a is there a whole process? Do you call them? Do you email them? There's a whole process involved, but it's not that complicated. And if you're already
That's good.
invoiced over, you can be doing this.
Well, and let me just say briefly here before we continue on. I've talked to Aaron about this, and he has agreed to do a free affiliate coaching webinar. Can you believe that, Aaron? You're a generous man.
Believe it.
A
That's right.
free affiliate coaching webinar. We're going to do it next Wednesday night, January 13th, and it will be at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. I think I got that right. Yes. And if you
Yeah.
go below the video, you can find, go below, find the link, and get registered for that because, in case I didn't mention it before, it is absolutely free. So now, I'm curious. I've never let's talk. Not to make this about me, but of course, I'm filtering this through. What does this look like for a guy with me in a career like mine? And I
Right.
always tend to think, well, people who do that, it's always a man and it's always a big booming voice. Is that always the case?
It's predominantly male dominated. I'll be honest with you, but there are a large amount of women that are involved in it
I've been
now.
hearing more female voices. It seems like there's a trend there. Am I right?
You are. They're hiring lighter sounding, and it's interesting that back in the early days of television, it was that sort of, Ernie Anderson, that deeper sound and
Right.
the, coming up, but it's changing. And I think as millennials and younger people are getting older, they're the ones that are now listening more and more to the news. So they're adapting and it's become a much more sort of flat sound that they're going for. It's not that big, deep dark sound, and you're right, there are certainly growing numbers of female voice talent that are voicing local TV stations, and I expect, and as to colleagues of mine that work in the business, they expect it to continue to increase the amount of female and sort of younger sounds that you hear on television affiliates.
Well, it
So
sounds
yeah,
like it's a wide open market as far as that
times
goes.
change. Yep, yep. Times change. It's becoming certainly a wider market that I think is a little bit more fair, a little bit more neutral. It
Yeah.
doesn't always have to be, as back in the day, we always said it was that deep white male voice, but
Right.
you know, there's all kinds of ethnicities. There's certainly all kinds of ages now that are doing it.
So, what does a typical day look like for Aaron Bradley?
Yeah, so, a typical day in the TV affiliate world, I'm doing other things that I'm focusing on as well other than, TV affiliates. So I'm doing some promos for networks and commercials and things of that
And you've done
nature.
some great work, by the way.
Well, thank you
You're a
so much.
very talented man.
Well, thank you. I am. No, well, thank you so much. Yeah. Likewise, by the way,
Oh,
likewise, Bill.
thank you.
Yeah. So, TV affiliate is interesting. When I get up in the morning, one of the things I like to do, obviously, is, before eating breakfast, is I kind of warm up. So I'll warm up. and I do the motorboat, so I
Oof.
and I do the octave E, so I do the E, and I'll do that, and then I'll make sure I'm hydrated. So I'll actually drink a pretty large amount of water. After warming up, and that way, when I go into the booth, I go in hydrated, I go in warmed up. I like to start maybe 8:30, 9 a.m. And when you get the TV affiliate work, a lot of these stations are going to send you emails early on, especially, I'm out on the West Coast and I voice East Coast stations. So you get emails obviously pretty early on here, and you want to try to answer the emails as quick as you can, letting them know. And they know you're on the West Coast, but I let them know, hey, I got your email and we're going to get to this within the next hour. And basically what you're doing then is you're kind of filtering through sort of the urgency of what they're sending you. So they're going to
Okay.
send you scripts. TV stations are going to send
Hmm.
you scripts through email every day. And what you have to sort of focus on is this needs to be read now. This needs to be done now. And because it's news, and news is ever evolving, and you kind of decide what you're going to do first. And you either do two options in TV affiliate works. You can do live sessions, which is usually Source Connect or ISDN with the TV station, where you
Okay.
get a 15-minute session with the station every day, and those are usually live directed, or they will send you throughout the day. And this is the way most stations work. They'll send you throughout the day what they need, and when you get to it, unless it's marked urgent, you'll voice it and you'll either Dropbox it, or we put it in sort of an FTP type of
I
arrangement where they
see.
can retrieve the files. So that's sort of, and you're doing this throughout the day. The more stations you get, the more you're doing for the different facets of the station. So you might be doing, entertainment promos. They run public service, some programs that are public service based. So you start voicing everything, and I know it gets busier and it gets busier the more stations you get. But it's all about, as it is with you, it's all about prioritizing your day, prioritizing your work,
Sure.
and prioritizing what comes in. This needs to be done now. This can wait a little bit. So that's sort of how you balance it.
Let me mention again, Aaron has agreed to do a free coaching webinar for voiceover affiliate work. In case you can't tell, I'm very excited about this. I love to learn new things. And this is something I remember when I first got into voiceover, talking with a fellow voiceover person, coach that I highly respect out in Los Angeles, talking to me about a friend. He was just telling me about the different areas of voiceover. He had a friend who was doing affiliate work, and he was telling me how many stations and how much a month he made. And I thought, whoa, that would be like one of the coolest things ever. So to actually meet somebody who does it and to have a chance to learn more about it, I think is phenomenal. But the webinar will be happening next Wednesday night, which is January the 13th. It's 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. It's free. The link is below. Just click and get registered. Aaron, what kind of stuff are we going to be learning?
Well, I sort of put together what I want to obviously talk about before I go on and talk to you. And it's interesting, we get these questions. I get these questions. Other friends of mine who are affiliate voice actors, they get the same questions from just random voice actors looking to get into it. And that was the list that I worked off of to sort of put this together. And some of the questions are basically, how does a TV station work within the internal dynamics? Who's going to hire you as a voice actor? It's all about, knowing who the decision maker is, how to reach the decision maker in the television station. And we're going to go into who actually hires voice actors within the television station. And, more importantly, how do you reach them? I think that's the biggest part that, sort of is missing from
Absolutely.
the knowledge out there, is
Yeah.
how do you reach these people? Do you just pick up the phone and call them, or not?
Yeah.
We'll get into all that, and that's it's a lot easier than people realize, and that's why I think it's so important for everybody to sort of at least hear this out, because the television affiliate area has been not really talked about. So we're going to go
Yeah.
into one of the reasons why it's been so secretive. There are reasons, and one of the reasons why agents are reluctant to rep TV affiliate talent unless they're actually voicing stations. We're going to go into that,
Really?
and
Okay.
yeah,
I'm intrigued.
he's intrigued. Okay, so
I'm on the edge of my chair. I mean, seriously, I can't wait to learn more about it. So it sounds like
yeah,
you have a whole system, step by step system.
it's a system, and more importantly, we talk about the importance of the TV affiliate demo, because ultimately that TV affiliate demo, is what really sells the TV station on your voice and on your ability, on your versatility. So we're going to go into what really stands out on a demo, how to get a TV affiliate demo, and what to put on your TV affiliate demo. So a lot
Fantastic.
of, yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and again, I mean, we're so appreciative of your willingness to do this. I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Make sure you get registered. Do that right away below. Go below, click the link, get registered. It's coming up next Wednesday. Aaron Bradley, the guy who's doing it with affiliate work, is going to shine a light on that black dark hole that's been so mysterious to so many of us for so long. So looking forward to that. Thank you for your time today. It's a real pleasure to get to know you a little better and to understand more about affiliate work, and looking forward to Wednesday.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, thank you, Bill, for all you're doing for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Click the link, get registered.